You need to accept the fact that you're not the best and have all the will to strive to be better than anyone you face. Eiichiro Oda said that, the creator of One Piece, that absolute legend, and I 100% agree. He didn't come to create One Piece out of nowhere. The dude literally understood that there's many people out there at the time who were better than him, but he just did not care. And this is why the point of this video is, I really do believe he would be proud of my friend Marshall. Right, my friend Marshall created this manga. It's called PenguinBoy, and the dude has faced so many people saying a bunch of stuff, you know, like, oh, you know, your art style is trash, which is a very common thing that people say about One Piece all the time. They don't understand what stylization is, you know, so they say things like, oh, your art style is trash, oh, these characters look wonky, and all this, these types of nonsense, shallow bullshit ideas they try to keep you down with. And in my opinion, I'm happy it never stopped him, it never got to him, and he just kept going. Now he has a Kickstarter up and everything, and I'm super proud of the guy, you know. And just to go back to what I originally said is, I believe Oda himself would be proud of what Marshall is doing, because anyone who is willing to study, write, and draw hundreds of pages of manga, he's probably going to be proud of that person. Because at the end of the day, I think doing this type of grind, having like this type of motivation within yourself to keep pushing past all of the negativity and all of the bumps in the road that you come across when you're trying to do this type of achieve this type of goal, I think pushing past all of that is commendable, you know what I mean? So anyway, so I want you guys to check this out. Like, this is his manga trailer, so look at this.
What would you do if all you've ever known is taken away from you? Everyone you love is left with a difficult choice. I've wanted nothing more than to travel the world unknown to me past the fog. And when I finally get a taste of adventure, it eats away at me. This wasn't earned. Yet, I'm still grateful. A lot of things Grandpa taught me will come in handy, I'm sure. But I still have a lot to learn. I'm going to find you. I'm gonna make friends along the way, travel new heights, and see things that I've never seen before. I don't know where you are or what you're doing, but for me, I thank you. Because with your training, there's nothing I can't do. Just you wait and see. I'll show you, the people back home, and everyone around the world, just how strong I've become.
PenguinBoy Volume 1, bro, and keep in mind, this guy did all of that by himself. The voice acting, all of the effects and everything. Like, I always kind of hype him up about how hard he works. I know I'm a hard worker myself, but he gets so much more done in the amount of time that he works, and I think his workflow is just drastically different from mine, right? So the thing is, I've been reading PenguinBoy, and I got to chapter 6. Damn. Like, bro, holy shit. Let me pause this real quick. Like, yo, anyway, so it's not about just this, but you know, I just that image always catches me off guard. Anyway, like, wait, what was I saying? right, okay, so the point that I was trying to make is that I truly believe that these idiots on the internet who yap and say things like, oh, well, if you're a non-Japanese person, you can't make manga, which is not the case, because there's stuff like No Game No Life was created by a Brazilian guy, Radiant was created by a guy from France, I believe, and then we have Dr. Stone, which is a South Korean person. All of these people are non-Japanese individuals that created manga. and these series are still loved by many people, you know. So to all of the haters out there, please find yourself a cliff and swan dive off of it, because we don't care about the hate you're trying to spread, you know, with this type of nonsense, right? My friend is black, okay, right, but he's Japanese at heart. Man, and the thing is too, a lot of these clowns, they be lying, bro. They lie and say, I've seen people on Twitter say Oda doesn't support non-Japanese people creating manga, which is bullshit. I would rather drink a glass of sand through a straw than believe he said something like that. The reality is, these clowns, they just have a lot of hate in their hearts. They don't believe, they don't even understand what inspiration is. Inspiration can come from anywhere. Like, I was inspired, I'm a Caribbean guy, I'm all the way from the Caribbean, you know, a tiny country over here named Trinidad, and I was inspired by the late Kentaro Miura. I was inspired by how dark and fucked up his writing and world was. And I was also inspired by Hiromu Arakawa, who created Full Metal Alchemist. Like, these inspiration can come from anywhere. Like, it's like those shows, Avatar: The Last Airbender, a bunch of cartoons that I grew up watching, all of these different things, this entertainment that we consume, inspires us in different ways. So these clowns who just want to hate and say, oh, manga was never made for brown people, they're insane. They have no idea what they're actually talking about. The fact of the matter is, these people are the least creative people you would ever meet in your entire life. All they do is make noise. They don't know how to make anything else. So that's one of the reasons why you see them on the internet, like, making such crazy, stupid claims. So again, like, if you're like the trailer that you saw, and you really do respect the grind that my friend has put in here, especially if you also got like extra cash lying around, please go support his Kickstarter. Alright, I'm doing this a little bit late. I should have been doing this from day one of the Kickstarter, but I was on my own grind. I was hyper focused on the things that I was doing, and I'm like, yo, better late than never. I feel bad about just starting to advertise this on my channel, even though it's not my responsibility. As a friend, I should have done more to help him push this out there. So even if he does decide to run this back and do it all over again, the next time I will make sure to give him a shout out every single time. You know, because I want to see small creators succeed. The thing is, when you look at people, okay, let's go back here real quick. When you look at Miss Arakawa here, and you look at Mr. Miura or Oda himself, right? When you look at these people, they were all nobodies at one point, right? At some point or the other, all of these creators were literal nobodies. Nobody knew about them. Nobody read any of their comics or their one-shots or anything like that. It's sometimes this one moment where things kind of line up perfectly. They work really hard, of course. Every single one of them work really hard to get to where to the things that they have. But the point is, it's like it takes this one moment where somebody, a handful of people decide to give their content a chance, and that chance is what blows up like crazy, you know. It's insane to me how people just sometimes they try to just throw you aside because you're a different skin color. Like, what? They just try to disregard anything you create because you look slightly different from them. I would understand if you read the manga and you just didn't like it. You know what I mean? So, like, it's just a whole stupid thing, man. I want to say this too. If you don't have cash and you don't you can't donate to his Kickstarter, you could read the manga for free on his website. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. It's gonna be the first link that you see. So if you want, this is where I'm up to right now, up to chapter 6. Right, I'm gonna read these next 2 chapters within the next time I get like a day off for myself. I'm gonna read these 2 chapters. But you can see the dude is like pushing forward. He is making his dream come true by working as hard as he can. So if you guys respect the grind, you want to get into a manga that is inspired by One Piece, by all means, go ahead, give PenguinBoy a try. I'm gonna do a full review eventually on the channel, so look forward to that as well. Subscribe to my channel as well if you are new here, and everybody else have a good rest of your day. Okay, later.